Andrew Fielder. I'm a product manager at Equifax. We've worked very closely with AccountScore and built out using portions of their categorization engine to really try and help to understand what is going through business bank accounts. On average, in a 12-month period, a person might have 600 odd transactions on their account, which on a paper statement looks at 30 odd pages. And then you get 1% that might have 2,000 plus transactions on their statements over the year. If you contrast that with a commercial account, the average is around 1,000 transactions over a 12-month period, and 10% of that, the population that we looked at, had over 95 pages worth of transactions. And in a lending space, that volume of data just becomes unmanageable. And it's really where we see the benefit of the open banking data on top of the open accounting data and the normal credit reference agency shared data to give that real holistic view of what a business is doing. So we don't like to see ourselves as a barrier. We really like to see ourselves as enabling businesses to be their best and put in their best view forward to people who want to deal with them. And as we've heard, it's not just lenders. It could be other areas who can make use of that open banking data to help understand what a business position really is. They're starting to understand that integrating open banking data into a journey, much like it's been said earlier with the app redirects, is becoming a lot easier to do. It shouldn't necessarily be a barrier or something that stands in the way of a decision happening. It's just a further enabler to help people get to that end answer. The understanding of the risk appetite, there is definitely improvement in lending journeys, and they're a lot more seamless these days. Back from when the original processes were out and people were coming from Yodlee type journeys for lending, it's definitely improved over time now, and it's a hop through between the processes, and your data's there and it's available for review, and people are understanding the power that can add to a journey for a client. What we've seen actually announced or talked about earlier this week from Bank of England around open data, expanding that open data out. So it's not just the banks, it's expanding it across all sectors. So removing those barriers for information that can be shared around for whatever purpose. So really opening data out. The bank passport idea has been floated on that presentation from the Bank of England, but probably not the worst idea in the world. It's certainly one that could really change how information in business flows.